Mathematics education because mathematics is part of society, individuals, and life itself. It must be taught to enhance what we already know and develop its application in real-life situations. Mathematics education because mathematics enhance the ability to think logically and makes use of mathematics in daily life situations. Mathematics education because basically learning math measuring distances, finding locations, estimating expenses, and anticipating future problems. Filipino students. The mathematics framework started with lower elementary mathematics or from kindergarten to grade 3 mathematics. The mathematics taught in K to 3 must be marked by the following characteristics. First, experiential and hands-on. Second, informal. Third, rich in basic and foundational concepts and skills. And the last, The instruction in mathematics taught in K-3 must be integrated across and or within the curriculum. Consequently, this framework recommends the following to be staple features of mathematics instruction at these grades. First, purposeful play and manipulative activities. Focused informal discussions, sensible repetition, drill, and practice. And the last, reasonable amount of memorization. The content emphasis of these grade levels is numbers and number sense, but geometry and measurement are key areas as well. Likewise, the study of patterns and data are important for students at these grade levels to develop deeper understanding of the nature of numbers and number relations. Because this trend focuses on students' understanding of numbers, counting numbers, whole numbers, fractions, and decimals, properties, operations, estimation, and their applications to real-world and mathematical situations. This centers on the fundamental concepts of what numbers are, how people use them, and how systems of numbers operate. Because students learn how to read, write, and say numbers from experience by counting, measuring, and putting objects in a collection. They appreciate mathematics, its usefulness, and practical applications. Through personal experience, they develop an understanding of relative size, equivalent forms of numbers, and the use of numbers to represent attributes of real-world objects and quantities. Moving to the upper elementary mathematics, referring to grades 4 to 6, students at the upper elementary grades of 4 to 6 enter their adolescent years, years that are marked by a lot of psychological and physical changes in their bodies. Cognitively, they are ready for a more experimental approach to learning. They are more adept, or should I say they are more expert with manipulations and are ready to do more than explore. Mathematics at these grade levels is of a different nature. The following characteristics mark the kind of mathematics learned. First, exploration and experimentation, well-defined algorithms and procedures, transition from informal to formal language, and problem solving. Moving to high school mathematics, grade 7 to 12, or from the junior high school to the senior high school. It is in high school that much of mathematics is formally introduced. High school mathematics prepares students for university and college as well as provides them with a comprehensive set of mathematical concepts and skills that they need to find employment right after year 10 or 11 or 12. At these grade levels, the mathematics taught is formal, highly structural, highly symbolic, and of course, of high level. This means that the kind of instruction that is most effective depends on how much foundational and preparatory knowledge students gain from the elementary grades. They would benefit most from a formal mathematics instruction if they have gone through the exploratory and experimental phases of learning mathematics in their elementary grades. These phases provide the most important foundational ideas that hopefully get consolidated, strengthened, and deepened in high school. It does benefit students in high school if mathematics instruction focuses on problem solving, reasoning and proof, the structure of mathematics, and developing fluency in procedures and algorithms. Moving to lesson 2, lesson 2 is all about doing mathematics. And to start doing mathematics with problem solving, I would like to present to you the result of survey question number 2. As mathematics teachers, why do we need to teach students the concepts of problem solving? So sharing with you the responses of our respondents. Problem solving because it is the application of what they have learned. Problem solving is important for a student to become a problem solver as part of 21st century skilled learner. Problem solving is a must to be able to identify the existing problems and be able to give a just solution for it. Moreover, learners will not be able to move to a higher level of thinking without being able to learn how to think. Problem solving because we all know that in problem solving, children learn by working on problems. This enables the student to learn new knowledge by facing the problems to be solved. As a mathematics teacher, I want my students to observe, understand, analyze, interpret, find solutions, and perform applications that lead to a holistic understanding of the concept. Problem solving because it helps them to analyze and think critically. Problem solving for the students to use their prior knowledge to build new ideas. Problem solving is important because the students will easily understand the steps on how to solve a given problem. According to MathEd, instructional programs from pre-kindergarten through grade 12 should enable each and every student to build new mathematical knowledge through problem solving, solve problems that arise in mathematics and in other contexts, apply and adapt a variety of appropriate strategies to solve problems, and monitor and reflect on the process of mathematical problem solving. Because a person who thinks critically and analytically is often successful in problem solving. Desirable problem solving skills include the ability to recognize that a problem exists, identify or define the problem, propose ways to solve the problem, act on the proposed solutions, and determine that the problem is solved. Moving to survey question number 3, as mathematics teachers, why do we need to teach students the concept of reasoning and proof? Because the concept of reasoning and proof teaches learners to think critically, not to base answers and concepts on something that seems right, but be able to prove that it is right in given circumstances. Reasoning and proof is important because it helps the students on how and why do they get the answer. Reasoning and proof for the students to become a critical and logical thinker. As a mathematics teacher, I considered reasoning and proofs valuable for students because they offer students new methods, important concepts, and exercise in logical reasoning needed in problem solving. That's why, as teachers, we need to teach the concept of reasoning and proof. Reasoning and proof simply because it will help students to give their thoughts, ideas accurately and appropriately. Furthermore, they will not just invent or create things, ideas without evidence, and they will not easily believe on mere statements. Reasoning and proof in explanation by providing insight into why people together, closer to each other. The communication is an important management function closely associated with all other managerial functions. It bridges the gap between individuals and groups through flow of information and understanding between them. Communication. When communication is effective, there is no room for misunderstanding between the students and the teacher. Communication in learning by doing and real-life application skills. It is very important, especially in teaching math, so that the student will easily understand the concepts or formula that you are teaching. According to MathEd, instructional programs from pre-kindergarten through grade 12 should enable each and every student to: first, organize and consolidate their mathematical thinking through communication. Second, communicate their mathematical thinking coherently and clearly to peers, teachers, and others. Analyze and evaluate the mathematical thinking and strategies of others. And last, use the language of mathematics to express mathematical ideas precisely. Because a person who thinks critically and analytically should be able to communicate mathematical ideas using the precise language of mathematics. This includes the ability to use the special vocabulary and symbols of mathematics, represent and describe mathematical ideas, and synthesize concepts and ideas through the use of mathematical structures and relationships. Moving to survey question number 5. As mathematics teachers, what is the essence of making mathematical connection? Or what is the importance of connection? Sharing you the answers of the respondents, connecting your lesson to students' life, bring the interest of students, especially those topics that is difficult for them or those topics that are difficult for them. Make them realize that those topics can be used in our daily lives. Through connection, we can gain greater insight between ourselves and others. Connection, because people will listen to people whom they build connection with. Likewise, if learners are connected with their teachers, there will be less mathematics anxiety and learners will be motivated in learning mathematics. Communication or connection is an essential part of mathematics and mathematics education. It is a way of sharing ideas and clarifying understanding. If the students and teacher has a good connection, the students easily understand what they need to do in order to learn the lesson. Connection in a way that you, as a teacher, can relate to your students in teaching mathematics so that they will have the heart and mind to listen to you. Sometimes, all you need as teacher to get the attention of your students is the connection. They will feel that they don't need to be good in math to listen or study math. The mathematics teacher's ability to connect mathematics to real-life problems and connect across the other subjects. According to MathEd again, instructional programs from pre-kindergarten through grade 12 should enable each and every student to recognize and use connections among mathematical ideas, understand how mathematical ideas interconnect and build on one another to produce a coherent whole, and recognize and apply mathematics in contexts outside of mathematics. Because a person who thinks critically and analytically is able to extend his or her thinking in order to connect mathematical ideas to other areas of study or aspects of life. This includes the ability to use a variety of representations, graphical, numerical, algebraic, verbal, and physical of mathematical ideas and apply concepts and procedures of mathematics to other disciplines or areas of study and aspects of life. Let me share with you my references: SEI, DOST, and MathEd 2011, Mathematics Framework for Philippine Basic Education, Manila, SEI, DOST, and MathEd. I also added information or some information from www.nctm.org, Standards and Positions, Principles and Standards, Process. That could be all. Thank you so much.